Yo, and welcome back to another video for you here. Just a quick one, just a quick few thoughts on something that many antinatalists tend to say. A very common connection, a very common conflation that gets made between creating people and killing people, between giving birth and giving death to people, between taking lives and starting lives, between imposing life and then inevitable death, and then, or just imposing death. It's a common, I see it all the time being made. And it's important to talk about intent. I just spits a little bit there, sorry about that. It's important to talk about intent. Like, what are people trying to do? What are people thinking when they do the things that they do? I feel like that's important to talk about, and there are going to be some very important differences there between why people create people, why people kill people, but I do think that there are some very notable similarities that should be made more often, and more people should think about more often. And the biggest one, most obvious one being the profundity, the sheer profundity of killing someone. That's a clear one. Many people agree that's a serious fucking thing to do, taking the life of a person. In the developed world, it's a very serious thing to do. And creating people is a very serious thing to do. It's such a profound thing. And anyone can just do it if they want. You don't even have to be in a relationship with a person. You can just create as many people as you want. It's fucking insane. But I don't know how to make that different. You know, what do you do about that? You don't really do anything about it, I guess. But the point is, it's a serious thing creating a person, just like it's a serious thing killing a person. And it sounds dramatic. It sounds like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? But in many ways, creating a person is a more profound thing, I think. I know it sounds, but to think about it, you're imposing the potential for some very severe shit to happen to them, beyond what you can even comprehend, beyond what you can even possess in your mind. Life is a very dangerous, risky thing, and there's just so much that can go wrong. Whereas if you're just killing someone, if you make it quick, they don't even really know about it. If you're really swift about it, if you make it you can make it just painless. And if there's nothing after this, and there's good reason to believe that there probably is not, then it's not that big a deal. I think, okay, I don't mean that. It's a big deal killing people, but arguably it's a bigger deal creating people. Really, and if you disagree, let me know why. Why do you disagree with that? That it's an even bigger deal creating people in many ways. It is. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever do it, but I think that it's a way bigger thing than many people make it out to be, and many people should think about it more. What does it mean to create a person? Many people don't think about it at all, at all. And it really is. It's worth noting the consequences of this fact, of people not really thinking about what it means to fucking create human beings. It's not great. It's not a good thing. Look around. It's not good. It's really not fucking good. So in summary, I think it's not the same thing, creating people, killing people, but they're both really big deals. Killing someone and creating someone, they're big fucking deals. They shouldn't be taken lightly. If you're going to kill someone or create someone, you should think about it a lot before you do it. It shouldn't be an impulsive, it shouldn't be no, you should think about it before you do it, because it's a really big deal. It's a serious thing. And it's going to affect far more people than just yourself. My hand's waving around back there. It's going to affect far more people than just yourself. You stand to ruin far more lives than just your own. You do. It's true. And that's true with killing people and creating people. Except it depends on who you kill and who you create. Because with creating a person, you're definitely going to be affecting more lives than just the person you're creating. Well, yeah, if you kill a random homeless person, just doesn't really know anybody all that well, then, at least that way. And then it's quick. I'm not saying you should do that. You shouldn't kill homeless people. That's wrong, I think. That's one thing I believe to be true. But it might even be more wrong to just thoughtlessly create a person. Maybe killing a person thoughtlessly is less bad. I may have smoked a little bit of weed today. I've been stranded on this couch for a week, and that plant has been keeping me company. So I'm a little bit, but that doesn't take anything away from what I've said here. So if you disagree with anything that I've said, let me know why. Give me a good reason. Why do you feel that killing a person is a bigger deal? And in what ways do you feel that killing a person is a bigger deal than creating a person? Please let me know. I'm dying to know. There's a dogfight going on out there. Shit. Sound like a couple of pit bulls to me. Shih Tzus. So just to sum up my beliefs on this real quick, I believe that creating a person is a really big deal. Like a really, really big deal. And it isn't treated as though it is very often. And arguably, it's a bigger deal than killing a person. In some ways, at least in some ways, I believe that, I do. And if you don't believe, let me know why in the comments, feel free. And because it's worth thinking about. I don't know, I like thinking about these sorts of things. It's an important thing to ask yourself. And there are some important differences that exist between killing people and creating people. And one of them being, of course, intent, right? But, and other things as well, of course. But I feel the biggest notable similarity is the profundity, the seriousness of the decision as to whether or not to kill a person or create a person. They're both big deals. They're both very big, life-altering decisions that stand to ruin far more lives than just your own. And they shouldn't be treated impulsively or whimsically. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't treat it as though it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. You should treat it as though it's a big deal if you're going to do that, if you're going to impose those sorts of things. Those are my thoughts. All right.